China and Rwanda established diplomatic relations on November 12, 1971. In November 2021, the two countries celebrate 50 years of excellent relationship and a shared journey of development. From 17th to 18th March 2017, President Kagame, accompanied by his wife Jeannette Kagame, paid an official visit to China, which is a sign of strong bilateral relations and cooperation between the two countries. President Paul Kagame praised the good relationship between Rwanda and China and China's contribution to Rwanda's development, especially in infrastructure development projects. President Kagame appreciated China's contribution to Rwanda's reconstruction and development, as well as the friendly ties between the two countries. Rwanda's president called for more Chinese investment in Rwanda, especially in areas of agriculture, mining, tourism, and infrastructure. He welcomed the already growing Chinese investment in Rwanda in those areas. President Kagame said that Rwanda appreciates China's friendly policy towards Africa and spoke highly of China's adherence to equality and mutual respect when she is developing ties with Africa. During this visit, President Paul Kagame met with African ambassadors based in Beijing and urged them to work together with the aim of achieving a common goal. He said, "Africa is large and complex. We want to look at Africa as one. Even when we are aware that it has different aspects to it, we refer to it as one. This oneness is very important. I would like to emphasize that unity among Africans is key, all working towards a common goal. Now, the task remains how we implement the needs of the people, our people." End of quote. Rwanda's head of state also wondered why some African countries are doing well while others are struggling. July 22nd and 23rd, 2018, President Xi Jinping, accompanied by his wife Peng Liyuan, were in Rwanda on a two-day state visit.
This is my first overseas visit after my re-election as the President of China. Rwanda is an important stop in this visit. This is also the first time that a Chinese president has ever visited Rwanda. Through the visit, I've seen firsthand a vibrant and well-organized country that is making good progress in its development. The country enjoys social harmony and stability, and its people are leading a happy and content life. On behalf of the Chinese people, I wish to extend to President Kagame and the people of Rwanda our heartfelt congratulations.
A record 15 bilateral agreements were signed between the two countries.
The signing of these bilateral agreements speaks for itself in terms of what is possible between our two countries and between the country of China and the continent of Africa. So, Mr. President, I wish to welcome you once again.
On the eve of his visit to Rwanda, China's president wrote an opinion letter in the Rwanda leading newspaper titled "China and Rwanda, a friendship higher than mountains." Quoting a Chinese poem, President Xi wrote, "Good friends feel close to each other even when they are thousands of miles apart. Despite the vast geographic distance and differences in size, system and culture between China and Rwanda, our peoples enjoy a deep traditional friendship. Both our countries endured great sufferings in history. That is why we cherish the national stability, ethnic unity, and economic development we now enjoy and take pride in what we have accomplished along the way." End of quote. The article by the Chinese president touched the hearts of many Rwandans, including President Kagame. In his speech, Kagame said, "Mr. President, in your moving letter to Rwandans, published a few days ago, you quoted a Chinese poem about how friends recognize each other, no matter how great the distance." End of quote.
This year, 2021 marks the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between China and Rwanda. It is an important milestone of bilateral relationship. The past 50 years witnessed the remarkable advancement of our friendly and cooperative relations in areas ranging from politics, economy, culture, to people exchanges. Now, the China-Rwanda relations are at their best in history, which was given strong momentum by visits of His Excellency President Paul Kagame to China in 2017 and of His Excellency President Xi Jinping to Rwanda in 2018, respectively. The cooperation between the two countries in various fields is bearing fruitful outcome. I firmly believe that our two countries will strengthen the collaboration and the synergy between our national development goals, further deepen practical cooperation for the benefits of two peoples, and compose a new chapter of friendship that goes beyond thousands of hills and rivers.
China has supported Rwanda in infrastructure development, especially roads, that have improved the transportation of commercial goods and people's movement. The Road and Bridge Corporation, which is a Chinese large-scale company, has been in Rwanda since 1974. The company has ever since undertaken construction of an estimated 70% of all existing asphalt roads in Rwanda and an estimated distance of over 1,400 kilometers of asphalt roads.
For myself, I come here, the first time is 1989. After 1994, you can see this country developed very quickly, especially after 2000. It's very, very quickly. And the people knows our East African people, they come here, they can see here the road is best in our East. Yeah.
The expansion of many roads in Kigali and the outskirts has also been realized by this Chinese company. The company employs between 3,000 and 5,000 people and is playing a significant role in job creation. This company has realized a number of big projects in Rwanda, including the construction of Kigali-Rusumo Road, as early as 1974, Kigali International Airport, Amahoro Stadium, to mention but a few. Amahoro, or Peace Stadium, is still the biggest in the country, with a capacity to accommodate 30,000 people. China supported Rwanda by constructing the building that houses the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Other ministries and departments also operate in the same building. Next to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is a newly completed modern building accommodating the office of the Prime Minister of Rwanda, the construction of which has also been supported by the Chinese government. Agriculture is the backbone of Rwanda's economy, employing more than 62% of Rwanda's population. It also stands as the source of food security. China has, since 2011, opened a Junkao technology through China-Rwanda Agricultural Technology Demonstration Center, CRATDC, at Rab Rubona in the southern province. The center has so far offered 57 training courses that trained 2,109 participants. Junkao is now considered as a flourishing local industry with over 20,000 beneficiaries. The technology and products have also spread from Rwanda to Central and Eastern African countries. Rice is also grown at the China-Rwanda Agricultural Center. The agricultural technology using Junkao enables the growth of mushrooms using grass. Junkao, sometimes called China grass, is also used to feed livestock. The technology, which was invented by Professor Lin Shanxi from China's Fujian Agriculture and Forestry University in the 1980s, has been shared with many African countries. The technology has played a major role in poverty alleviation, increasing food security, as well as job creation. China was able to win the war against abject poverty in 2020, and by sharing its agricultural technology with African countries, these countries could also overcome poverty and achieve food security as well. It is estimated that 35% of the world's hungry people are on the African continent. Yet, 70% of the continent's adult working population is engaged in agriculture.
Twabitangiyemo 2015 imigina dukora buri kwezi cyangwa mu mezi nk'abiri usaba dufite imigina niba hagati y'ibihumbi 6 n'ibihumbi 8. Nsanzwe n'umugoronome ariko ibijyanye ibihumyo by'umwihariko nahuguwe na RAB mu kigo gifashwa na leta y'Ubushinwa kuko ni programme irimo yo gufasha abanyarwanda guteza imbere iki gihingwa cy'ibihumyo. Ubuhinzi bw'ibihumyo ni ubuhinzi umuntu wese yakora. Ikirimo gikomeye nuko butanga umusaruro ku butaka butoya, ibihingwa byera vuba kuko iyo uteye nyuma y'iminsi 7 n'icumi utangira gusarura. Ikindi kuri bwa butaka butoya havaho amafaranga menshi kuko buriya kuri metero karimo ducyaho imigina nibura 60. Umugina dushobora kuba nibura hagati y'amagarama 500 n'ikiro. Umuhinzi nta kindi gihingwa yahingwa yabonamo amafaranga angana gutyo. Umugina wacu tuwutangira ku mafaranga 500. Isoko rirahari ahubwo byarabuze kuko abakira dufite bamaze kumenya kurya ibihumyo ubu ntabyo dufite byo kubaha. Rirantunze icyaka bifite abakozi bagera nko muri 5 bahoraho, bifite abakozi barenga 50 dukoresha iyo turimo dukora muri business y'ibihumyo. Ibyo byose ni inyungu aho umushinga uri ndetse no ku banyarwanda muri rusange.
China and Rwanda have also cooperated in the medical field. Apart from China sending medical teams to Rwanda, there are a number of Rwandan students who have been offered scholarship to study medicine in Chinese universities. Some of the graduates are now working in different hospitals and government departments across the country. Masaka Hospital, located a few kilometers on the outskirts of Rwanda's capital, Kigali, was built on China aid to Rwanda. The local communities in the area fondly call this hospital Ibitaro by'Abashinwa, meaning a Chinese hospital. The Chinese doctors and nurses work along their Rwandan counterparts in diagnosis and treatment of hundreds of patients. Masaka Hospital serves as a referral hospital that admits patients from 10 health centers located in Kicukiro district and others from neighboring Rwamagana and Gasabo districts. The Chinese doctors also treat patients using Chinese traditional medicine and a technique known as acupuncture. According to Dr. Wu Yao, who is the leader of the 21st batch of Chinese medical team in Rwanda, their team are happy to serve in Rwanda to improve the health of the people.
China added the medical service to Rwanda in 1982. So far, over 2,100 doctors have service Rwanda people. We come to Masada have already 7 months, so we can service all kinds of medical services, just like dentist, traditional Chinese medicine, abnormal and fracture patient. So I think our China medical team provided a lot of medical service for Masaka, and it can make friendly with each China and Rwanda. So Rwanda is a beautiful country, and the Rwanda people is very kindly.
Kiwungo Referral Hospital in Goma District, Eastern Province, is also supported by the Chinese government. Medical cooperation with this hospital started in 1982. On August 12, 2021, the China 21st Medical Team delivered an assortment of medical equipment and drugs to the hospital. At this hospital, Chinese doctors work hand in hand with their Rwandan counterparts to provide health care services to hundreds of patients from Goma and other distant districts in the Eastern Province.
Ubusanzwe ibi bitaro bikuru bya Kibungo bisanzwe bikorana n'Ubushinwa, ni ibitaro Abashinwa bajya boherezamo abaganga bavurira bakaza gufasha mu kuvura. Muri urwo rwego rero bajya banyuzamo bakagira n'ibikoresho bimwe na bimwe bazana kugira ngo bibafashe mu kuvura, ariko binafasha n'ibitaro muri rusange. Ni ubufatanye rero busanzwe bw'igihugu cy'u Rwanda n'Ubushinwa.
Since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Chinese government has supported Rwanda with essential supplies of medical equipment and materials. China has also provided the much-needed vaccines. The Rwandan Minister of Health and the Chinese Ambassador Rao Hongwei received consignments of the vaccines at Kigali International Airport.
China from the first day was supporting the government of Rwanda in different ways, even starting with materials to detect and diagnose COVID at the beginning. Today we are getting vaccines in addition to what we used to receive like PPEs, personal protective equipment we got from China. So it's another symbol of strong collaboration between both governments.
Today I'm so happy to attend this handover ceremony. About 1 month ago, the Chinese government decided to donate 200,000 China-made vaccines to Rwanda with the joint efforts of two sides. I do believe these batches of vaccine will boost the Rwandans' fight against the virus. Since the outbreak of the pandemic, Rwanda and China helped each other. We stand shoulder by shoulder. And also, I highly appreciate the achievements of Rwanda in terms of the fighting against the virus under the strong leadership of His Excellency, President Kagame.
In the education sector, Musanze Polytechnic, or IPRC, which is a vocational training institute in the northern province, was built on support of the Chinese government. Located in the rural part of Bikarasel in Ngoti sector, this campus was initially constructed at a tune of $14 million in 2014, fully funded by the Chinese government. In 2019, this school was expanded and renovated. The complex sits on a 7,600 square meter land and is made of classrooms, administration offices, student hostels, a multipurpose hall, training workshops, and other functional rooms. The project, which is worth $16 million, has been fully funded by China. Rwandan students have been awarded scholarships to study in China, with the latest batch of 200 awarded scholarships in 2019. The students pursue courses including dental surgery, civil engineering, agriculture, development studies, and electrical engineering. Over the years, hundreds of Rwandan students have graduated from Chinese universities and are now contributing to Rwanda's development in various sectors. Most of the former students belong to an organization known as China Alumni Organization that keeps them in close contact. They also explore ways of strengthening cooperation between China and Rwanda.
We are really grateful for the contribution that the Chinese government made when they offered the scholarship to Rwandans. If we are celebrating 50 years now, I think this really means a lot for us. Whatever we are doing now, we are contributing to the development of the country, and it's because we benefited from this good relationship which is existing between Rwanda and China. There are some key facts that we can see today, but mostly human resource, because if people have got knowledge from China and they come back and they are putting it into contributing to the country's development, it's something that is very important for us. I think that the relationship between Rwanda and China is really something big, and that Rwandans, they are benefiting from different fields. The Chinese business community that are staying in Rwanda, we see that they are contributing a lot, and we are here to help them as they helped us when we were in China.
Cultural exchanges have taken place over the years between Rwanda and China. The Confucius Institute in Rwanda, located in the premises of University of Rwanda, Remera campus, promotes cultural exchange between the two countries.
Confucius Institute at University of Rwanda, formerly it is known as the name Confucius Institute at Kigali Institute of Education, because we are a cooperation unit from Confucius Institute headquarters and the Chongqing Normal University and Kigali Institute of Education. It is run since 2009 here. It's more than 10 years now. Confucius Institute mainly focuses on Chinese language teaching and the Chinese culture introduction.
Rwandans can learn Chinese language, and the Institute has books of instruction in both Kinyarwanda and Chinese. Kinyarwanda is also being taught in 2 Chinese universities.
There are 2 universities in China that are teaching Kinyarwanda. One is called the Beijing Foreign Language Universities, a university mainly teaching foreign language all over the world.
Chinese instructors also teach Rwandans skills in martial art for self-defense and for keeping their bodies in good physical condition. On June 20th, 2019, Rwandan veteran journalist and former diplomat Gerard Mbanda launched a book that talks about China and Rwanda's history, development trajectory, and political systems. In this book, titled China and Rwanda, Effective Leadership is Key to Transformational Governance, Mbanda argues that both China and Rwanda, although they are 2 countries in different parts of the world, they share some common aspects in their history, culture, and economic development.
I wrote this book about China and Rwanda in 2019 with a title that says Effective Leadership is Key to Transformational Governance. It was after realizing that China and Rwanda, although they are 2 countries that are far apart on different parts of the world, but they have some things in common. The first one is that they have people-centered governance, whereby everything they do it in the interest of all the people without discrimination. Secondly, you also find that the 2 countries pursue homegrown solutions as the basis for their development. They rely on their own, not relying on foreign solutions. Well, they may pick from foreign solutions what works for them, but basically they rely on homegrown solutions. Also, the other similarity that I realized is that the 2 countries realized rapid economic growth within a very short time.
China and Rwanda have established military cooperation over the years. The two countries' military officers meet in different fora meant to share knowledge on defense issues. A military delegation from China, led by Major General Zhang Yingli, was in Rwanda in June 2018, where they held discussions with their Rwandan counterparts on improvement of exchange and cooperation between the Ministry of Defense of the Republic of Rwanda and the Ministry of Defense of the People's Republic of China. The bilateral discussions on defense issues took place at the Rwandan Ministry of Defense headquarters in Kigali. The then Rwanda's Minister of Defense, General James Kabarebe, and the Chief of Defense Staff, General Patrick Nyamvumba, led the Rwandan delegation. Minister General James Kabarebe applauded the good relations between Rwanda and China, and the two sides agreed to sustain the excellent military cooperation that was prevailing. Currently, the two countries have military cooperation in training and logistics. A number of Rwandan officers have trained in China in various military fields. Rwandan soldiers have adopted the Chinese style of parade, which excites thousands of Rwandans during official functions that involve military parade.
You may be seated. Mwicare murakoze.
China is Rwanda's #1 trading partner. Trade volume between China and Rwanda reached $321 million in 2020. On February 19, 2021, an agreement on economic and technical cooperation between the People's Republic of China and the Republic of Rwanda was signed in Kigali by His Excellency Rao Hongwei, Chinese ambassador to Rwanda, and Dr. Uziel Ndagijimana, Minister of Finance and Economic Planning of Rwanda. On 11th March 2021, the Protocol on Inspection and Quarantine Requirements for the Export of Dried Chili Pepper was signed between Rwanda and China. Subsequently, a contract was reached with a Rwandan entrepreneur to supply 50,000 tons of dried chili worth $100 million every year to China. Rwanda has attracted Chinese investors who are engaged in different sectors of high economy. The transport sector for heavy trucks is one of the crucial areas these investors are engaged in. Rwanda, being a landlocked country, most imports and exports are transported using heavy trucks. A Chinese company, Asia Machinery Investment Limited, ventured into heavy truck investment in Rwanda close to 7 years ago.
Nowadays, for our clients, for tippers, usually they are doing some construction jobs. Yeah, for sand, for aggregate, for some big rocks. Yeah, and for some the long vehicles like trailers. Most of our clients, they are taking the cargoes from Tanzania, from Kenya, and even some of them, they pass by Rwanda to Congo, to DRC. They are taking like food, cement, yeah, and many other cargoes.
Rwandan mechanical engineers have also had a chance to learn from their colleagues from China the skills in maintenance and repair of different types of heavy trucks. As China and Rwanda prepare to celebrate 50 years of cooperation, the managers at Asia Machinery Investment Limited confidently believe that the good relations between the two countries will continue to grow and more Chinese businesses are expected to be attracted to invest in Rwanda.
It will be definitely great. Will be definitely great because now for China, for Rwanda, we are all booming in development. And for China, there is the policy for one road, one belt. Yeah, and we will help each other. And now we will be very grateful to see for the Rwanda coffee, for the Rwandan tea. They are all in China market and will be very, very popular. Yeah, Chinese people, they loved it very much. We can try to work more with China, with the Chinese people, with the Chinese companies. Yeah, we try to attract more investors because for sure, Rwanda is very, very good environment for investment. No corruption, people are nice, government is very, very good. And also for the Chinese friends, for the Chinese investors, welcome to Rwanda. Here you will find a unique African country.
Rwanda's President Paul Kagame, while speaking virtually on Sunday, September 26, 2021, at the opening ceremony of the second China-Africa Economic and Trade Expo in Changsha, Hunan Province, which was also attended by other heads of state from African countries, including Senegal and Algeria, he warmly welcomed Chinese tourists.
I wish to inform you that Rwanda grants a visa on arrival to all Chinese citizens. So allow me to extend a sincere invitation to Chinese tourists to visit Rwanda and experience the excitement of unique wildlife and warm African hospitality.
He hailed the growing China-Africa cooperation through Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, FOCAC, noting that it had led to, among other things, trade deals for Rwandan companies supplying agricultural commodities to the Chinese market.
We have already seen the value of this event. At the first expo in 2019, Rwandan companies secured rewarding trade deals, notably in the supply of specialty agricultural commodities to the Chinese market. This success has served to raise the ambition of our agribusiness sector even higher, and we appreciate the positive response by Chinese consumers to Rwanda's high-quality chili, tea, and coffee.
As China and Rwanda celebrate 50 years of diplomatic relations, a lot has been achieved for the benefit of the people of China and Rwanda, and the journey still continues. During national celebrations for both Rwanda and China, it is a great moment to highlight the culture of the two peoples, especially through dance and songs. The Chinese New Year's Day is among the days that are well celebrated and attended by enthusiastic audiences that enjoy the cultural shows.
Kızın yanganda cimin bana dost Kız sokanla göz taşlar Mehmet kızın yanganda cimin bana dost Kız sokanla